For today's headlines, Ex-POC exec admits Phisgoc payoff. House beats cutoff, Senate gets budget. Strike force versus graft scours government offices. Metro Manila to remain under GCQ. PRC resumes PhilHealth-funded COVID test. Miss Universe Philippines Rabiya Mateo says she was ready to win. Aces squeak past Dyip, rain or shine edges Ginebra in overtime. Quinta exits PAR, new tropical depression brewing. Good morning, I am Sandy Locos and you're watching Tribune News on Q. Today is Wednesday, October 28, and now the news. A former member of the Philippine Olympic Committee or POC Executive Council admitted that they were paid by the Philippine Southeast Asian Games Organizing Committee or Phisgoc in the build-up for the country's hosting of the 30th Southeast Asian Games. Reacting to the exclusive Daily Tribune report, Karen Tanchanco Caballero admitted that she was in the payroll of the embattled organizing body chaired by ousted Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano. Caballero, who used to be the POC Deputy Secretary General, worked as Assistant Sports Director for Phisgoc with a listed salary of 72,805 pesos for the month of September 2018. Her boss was Bambol Tolentino, a top Cayetano ally in the House of Representatives, who rose to become the POC president in a special elections months before the biennial meet. Also in the list were rowing president and former POC Secretary General Patrick Gregorio, triathlon president Tom Carrasco, boxing Secretary General and former POC Communications Director Ed Bigson, judo president Dave Carter, and surfing president Dr. Raul Canlas. Daily Tribune tried, but Carrasco and Tolentino refused to issue a statement. Prior to Caballero, POC Director Cynthia Carrion admitted to have been in the payroll of Phisgoc. Carrion said she worked as manager of the ceremonies department, so she deserved the 65,102 pesos paid to her. The House of Representatives delivered yesterday its version of the 4.506 trillion pesos national budget to the Senate one day ahead of schedule to make it 2 in a row in terms of meeting targets in the budget schedule. House Committee on Appropriations Chair Eric Yap earlier promised a October 28 submission of the bill to allow the period of adjustments and printing of the bill. Speaker Lord Alan Velasco said in a statement that the House version increased the budget for the purchase of vaccines against COVID-19 by more than threefold, while funds to improve the health facilities of the Department of Health were raised as well. Lawmakers also provided bigger allocations to aid workers displaced by COVID-19 and dole out financial assistance to pandemic-stricken and vulnerable families. Velasco said they made sure next year's spending plan will be more reflective and responsive to the needs of the people amid the worst public health crisis in a generation. Meantime, President Rodrigo Duterte wanted the Department of Justice to curb all government agencies to purge corrupt officials and employees, as he instructed the DOJ-led task force, which investigated anomalies in PhilHealth, to also probe corruption in the entire government. In a public speech aired on Tuesday morning, the Chief Executive bared that he issued a memorandum which expands the role of the multi-agency task force to investigate irregularities in all government agencies, starting from the Department of Public Works and Highways. Guevara welcomed Duterte's order, saying that he is planning to create several task forces that would simultaneously probe corruption-prone agencies. He added that they will first organize the main task force and determine the overall strategy. Tribune News and Q will be back after these reminders.
This is a very important story. The important story.
Pictures and stories.
Today, we feel the weight of history on our shoulders.
The way we have been moving leads nowhere. We need to change course.
Since the United Nations was founded, the human race has never had to face a set of challenges like we do right now. But together,
President Rodrigo Duterte kept Metro Manila under general community quarantine for the entire month of November to meet halfway the recommendation of local mayors to retain the region's lockdown status until the end of the year. In a public address aired on Tuesday morning, the President approved the proposal of Metro mayors and the Interagency Task Force on Emerging Infectious Diseases to extend the lockdown status of Metro Manila, which has in effect since June. Aside from the capital, also under GCQ until the end of the month are the provinces of Batangas and Lanao del Sur, and the cities of Iloilo, Bacolod, Tacloban, and Iligan. In a message to reporters, Department of Health Secretary Francisco Duque III said that the quarantine classifications cited by the President are subject to appeal by local government units. Duque added that local chief executives have until Wednesday to file their plea before the IATF. Earlier Monday, Interior Secretary Eduardo Años said that Metro mayors have agreed to keep their cities until December due to fears of a virus surge. Metro Manila accounts for nearly 11,300 of the country's more than 371,000 virus infections, followed by Calabarzon with 7,744 and Central Zone with 2,909 based on data from the DOH. Following the 500 million peso initial payment of the Philippine Health Insurance Corporation, Senator Richard Gordon announced that the Philippine Red Cross will resume the COVID-19 test at Ninoy Aquino International Airport tonight and the entire country tomorrow. Gordon said he had requested the Secretary General and all Philippine Red Cross ROPRC laboratories around the country to open it to PhilHealth again. Meanwhile, Gordon said the PRC postponed the departure of its chartered flight in China used in shipping 450,000 COVID-19 test kits. He said the chartered flight was supposed to fly out of China on Tuesday afternoon, but because PhilHealth has yet to receive the payment from the PRC and the humanitarian organization, they could pay for the COVID-19 test kits. For the flight alone, Gordon said the PRC will be spending 2.5 million pesos, with an additional 400,000 pesos for ground handling services. Newly crowned Miss Universe Philippines Rabiya Mateo said she told a reporter in the preliminary interviews and final night of the pageant that she didn't only want to win the crown, she was ready for it. In the mindset of the 23-year-old Filipino Indian, she was already the winner when she entered Baguio Country Club, where the pageant was held like what 2013 Miss World Megan Young did when she joined the pageant. Mateo said she felt she was ripe enough to win the competition because she had done everything she could to become the phenomenal woman that she is. The cum laude PT graduate from the Iloilo Doctors College added that winning the title would bring attention to the Feed Me and I Read You program for children in a depressed area in Iloilo. Mateo said being Miss Universe Philippines can pull donors into the project, adding that she can still give back to Iloilo City. She didn't want to be just the face of Iloilo. Mateo wants to help her community, use her strength to make an impact, and develop the power to make a difference. We will be back. Stay with us.
Magsha-shopping na lang ako!
Hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver.
Hello, can you get the following? One pink chair, bed sheets, na pink yung sofa, tapos slides, size 8, pajamas na blue. Oh, don't forget like...
Hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver.
Wait lang, okay ba yan?
Anything at the SM store, ma'am.
Call to deliver. Call.
Kuya, pwede rin ba ako magpa-deliver sa ate ko sa Taguig, tapos sa friend ko sa Davao, tsaka sa... cancel ko sa Lipa. Okay ba yan?
Kahit saan po, pwede kami
Call
mag-deliver.
to deliver. Call. Hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver. Hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver. Call. Hashtag 143SM. Hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver.
Call na rin kayo.
Call to deliver.
Good morning, sir. How may I help you?
Bakit kailangan ko pang pumunta sa bangko?
Oo nga naman, sir. Ba't kailangan pang pumunta sa bangko?
Why not get a UB app so you can do all these without going to the bank? Bank the way you live. Union Bank.
In sports, Alaska survived a mad dash to the finish to edge out Terra Firma 99-96, while rain or shine escaped Barangay Ginebra in overtime 85-82 yesterday in the PBA Philippine Cup Tuesday at the Angeles University Foundation Gym in Clark, Pampanga. Vic Manuel muscled his way to 18 points and 7 rebounds, while Robbie Herdon pumped in 12 points and 4 rebounds as the Aces improved to 4-3 win-loss record. Mike DiGregorio and JV Casio tallied 11 points each, while Abu Tratter posted a double-double points of 10 points and 11 rebounds. CJ Perez 25 points, 4 rebounds and 6 assists went for naught as Dyip stayed at the cellar with 5 losses in as many games. Bu Belga took over the offensive chore of rain or shine in the extra period, scoring 5 out of the team's 9 points in OT and wrought to the RRS 4th win in 5 games and solo second spot in the team standings. Mark Barbaran also stepped up, tallying 16 points and 5 rebounds, while James Yap and JV Mocon contributed 13 and 12 markers respectively. Scotty Thompson led the Kings' losing cause with 20 points and 10 rebounds as Ginebra absorbed its second straight defeat in the season. And Typhoon Quinta has exited the Philippine area of responsibility, but its outer circulation and a tropical depression east of Central Luzon are expected to bring rains to the country today, according to Pag-asa. The trough of Quinta will continue to bring light to moderate with at times heavy rains over western Visayas, Batanes, Babuyan Islands, Cagayan, Isabela, Aurora, Occidental Mindoro, Palawan including Calamian, Cuyo and Kalayaan Islands, Zamboanga Peninsula, Basilan, Sulu, and Tawi-Tawi. Meanwhile, the tropical depression is still too far to affect the country. As of 3 a.m. today, it is 2,070 kilometers east of Central Luzon. It has winds of 55 kilometers per hour near the center and gustiness of up to 70 kilometers per hour. Batanes and Cagayan will have cloudy skies with light to moderate rains and isolated thunderstorms due to the tail end of a frontal system. Metro Manila and the rest of the country will be partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers due to localized thunderstorms. The maximum temperature for the day is 31 degrees Celsius at 1:50 p.m. and the lowest temperature is 25.7 at 5 a.m. And that wraps up the stories this morning. Catch the latest news on our website tribune.net.ph and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. The Daily Tribune is one with the nation in facing the COVID-19 crisis And in line with this, the Daily Tribune Digital Edition and Press Reader is now available for free online. You can also download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS users and Google Play for Android users to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune is also inviting everyone to join its community Viber Kachibu to get updates on the freshest and hottest news and entertainment stories of the day. Toysito emoticons are also available on our community Viber. Just click on the link in this video to join. And before we go, we would like to thank the SM Store for our wardrobe. Again, this is Sandy Locos and you're watching Tribune News on Q. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good morning and have a nice day.